Hey there and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. My name is Shivani and I'm an artist and creative entrepreneur based in the sunny city of Chennai in the south of India. I'm so happy and proud to announce to you that after months and months of work, I have finally made my newest Skillshare class live today. The class is a color mixing and color theory class for beginners, which takes you through everything you need to know about color mixing and how to work with colors so that you avoid muddy color mixes, which is something that happens to so many of us as beginners. In today's video, I thought I'd give you a small sneak peek from my complete Skillshare class. The entire class is 1.5 hours long and packed with information. And in today's video, we're going to be exploring just one of the many fun exercises that I take you through in the full class. If you want to check out the class, the link is in the description below and you can use my link to get 1 month free of Skillshare Premium, or if you're in India, you will get 30% off your yearly subscription. For now, let's jump straight into the color mixing exercise. For this exercise, get out a fresh piece of paper or your sketchbook and let's start creating some colors. Pick out any 3 primary colors that you want to work with. They could be warm or cool, it's completely up to you. Decide a theme and start mixing colors that work with that theme. I'm going to try doing a vintage floral inspired theme, so that would be a lot of pastels and neutrals and a lot more desaturated colors so that you get that kind of vintage feel. So I'm going to start with 3 primary colors. For this exercise, I'm going to be using my permanent yellow deep along with spectrum red, and I'm going to use primary blue with it. The yellow and the red are both warm, but the blue I've chosen to work with is a cool blue. I'm doing that so that there's a bit of clash in the colors because I do want them to desaturate each other a bit so that I get that vintage feel. But if the theme you've chosen is something like nauticals or say a bright forest scene as your theme, then I would say pick colors that work well together to create really bright and vibrant hues if that's what you're going for. So pick your primaries, and we're only going to use primary colors and white, and if you'd like you could use some black as well just to see what happens, but I'm going to just use white. Okay, so the first thing I'll start doing, because like I said, it is a vintage floral inspired color palette, so I'm just mixing an orange and I'll start by making it very light and pastel. And just by itself, I do find that it's very bright. It's not giving me that vintage feel, so I'm going to add the complementary color of orange, which is blue, into this, so it immediately desaturates it and makes it look a lot more vintage. There's no perfection here. We're not aiming for any kind of perfection. I just want you to play and have fun with your colors and see what you come up with. Just keep adding the different colors in different ratios. See how you're mixing them, how you'd like to adjust them. Just learn to see colors and see what's happening with them. Any color that you find interesting for the theme that you're working on can go down into your sheet of paper. How when I mixed this secondary color using the cool blue with the warm red, because they're clashing in terms of their biases, I didn't even need to mix the complementary color in to make it dull. It was automatically a lot more dull than it was vibrant. So it's a lot more desaturated just because of the primary colors that I worked with. And I get this very nice grayed out violet. I want you to just go by feel, not overthink any of this Just mix colors that make you happy, that you think work with your theme well. I love this periwinkle sort of color that I've been able to mix. So in this case I used a lot more blue than the red. In this case it was kind of equal, but here there's more blue and it's become this beautiful periwinkle color. Even when I'm trying to mix up a deep green here for my vintage floral theme, I'm trying to use it in a way that's more desaturated so that it still fits in with my entire vibe of my palette. So you see how I get this lovely deep green that's definitely desaturated, but it's still not lightened in value. I've tried to keep it at its original hue itself. And similarly, if I'm doing florals, I may need some slightly more brownish tones, so I'm trying to mix up that as well. While this is a really nice brown that works with the palette, I find it a little strong compared to my other colors, so I would want to mix up a much more lightened in terms of value color, which can be used for my browns, and maybe I would use something like this just for accents or for highlights. This is a really nice gray that I could use. And finally, now that I have a nice palette of neutrals and green, I'm just going to try to mix a few more floral tones. And there we have a beautiful vintage, botanical or floral inspired set of colors which are ready to be used in a lovely composition. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope this gives you lots of ideas on the kind of color mixes that are possible for you with just a limited palette of colors. That is something that I discuss a lot within the complete Skillshare class. So in the class, we learn about primary colors, secondary colors and tertiary colors, but more importantly, we learn about warm and cool primaries and why they matter in the mixes that you create. We also learn about complementary colors and their relationships. We learn about the biases of colors and how to identify that. And all of this may sound like a lot of jargon to you, but honestly, the class is simplified and is perfectly beginner friendly, and not just beginners. Even if you're a slightly advanced artist, you're going to learn a lot from the class, because I feel like color mixing is something where we never stop evolving and there's always something to learn. And I'm sure that if you take the class, you will be mind blown with the number of colors you're able to mix with just your primaries and black and white. At the end of the class, we also do a project where I teach you to paint these oranges. We explore color harmony, we explore color schemes. So we do this with a complementary color scheme. I take you through it in full detail so you can learn how to paint that. And if you want to paint something else, it's completely up to you. You can use everything that I'm teaching you in the class to paint anything that you wish to. So like I said, if you are interested in joining the class, the link is in the description below, and by using my link, you'll get 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. And if you're in India, you'll get 30% off your yearly subscription. I really hope you'll join me within the complete class. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did the intuitive color mixing exercise, please share it on Instagram and tag me. My handle is right here. If you want to watch a quick speed paint demo of these oranges and leaves, then be sure to check out this video right here. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you once again. Bye.